Hey YouTube, it's Justin here, aka Demonic Sweaters. Today, I wanted to show you guys recording drums with this M Audio 192/14 audio interface. And I'm talking about recording acoustic drums, which I have set up here. And I'm using my Club Jam flyer, as you can see. And the reason why I wanted to do this is because, this interface is actually not terribly expensive. It's not super cheap, but there's definitely more expensive ones out there. And it has a fair amount of inputs on it. And there's just enough to do a, basically minimal 4-piece drum kit. But you can actually mic up everything. So I actually have all my drums mic'd individually. You have the bass drum mic'd. I have a kick drum mic here on the other side of the kick. It just barely fits in there. And then I have tom mic, snare mic, and then 2 overheads. And I know my XY is a little bit weird there, but that's the only way I could get them to position with the way that this stand is. But it actually seems to work. I'm not getting any phasing issues, believe it or not. So anyway, enough about that. This is mostly about how to hook up the interface. So the thing is with this interface is it only has 4 XLR inputs. And only those XLRs have phantom power. So if you're using condenser mics like I am up here, then you need 2 of those to use the phantom power with. So that leaves you basically with, you're like, well, where am I going to plug in my toms? Well, that's where these inputs come in handy, right on the front. These are actually designed for guitars or basses, but they actually have preamps in them, and they work just fine for toms. You just need, these kind of cables with the 1/4-inch connection on them, rather than the XLR. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm basically running 1 and 2. 1 is my kick, 2 is my snare. And then I go here to do 5 for my tom 1, 6 for tom 2, and then we have 3 and 4 for the overheads. So, basically that's all you could do. If you have a bigger kit, you're kind of out of luck unless you want to get another preamp, because there are 2 more inputs on the back right there. You have 7 and 8, but those do not have a preamp. Those are just line level inputs. So if you have a small, they sell compact little 2-channel microphone preamps, and you could plug one of those in there if you have more than 4 drums. But, for a 4-piece kit, it's just enough. You don't get to set up any ambient mics or a hi-hat mic or anything like that. But I can get pretty good sound using what I have right here. So let me show you Reaper now. It doesn't matter which DAW you're using, but I'm using Reaper here. And on Reaper, you can just see I have my kick, and then, let me get in there a little closer. Input number 1 is my air in 1, air in 2 is my snare, air in 5 is tom 1, air in 6 is tom 2, and then air in 3 and 4 are the overheads. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty cool, it's a pretty compact little interface. Another thing too, I did a review on this interface before, and one of my criticisms of it was that the headphone output is kind of quiet. And as you can see, I have it cranked up pretty high. And I've had a lot of comments on that video saying, oh, you just have the wrong headphones, and people get all bent out of shape because I said it's quiet. But it's quiet, especially if you're recording acoustic drums. But the solution to that actually is using, where are they? Something like these. These are in-ear monitors, so that way you don't have to crank it up as loud. I can't hold on to things. You don't have to crank it up quite as loud to hear yourself over the acoustic drums if you're using these, because these block out a lot of the outside sound. So that's kind of my solution there for that. So anyway, let me just show you some drums recorded, and you guys can hear what it sounds like.